Welcome to US TG360. I'm Ginger Chang. Our feature today brings us to New Jersey, where Tzu Chi volunteers have been holding the Food Pantry program in cooperation with the New Jersey Food Bank. For the past 1.5 years, Tzu Chi's Food Pantry program has been providing low-income families with their nutritional needs. We're fortunate to have Sam Chou, who has been one of the key players in the food assistance program since the very beginning. Welcome, Mr. Chou.
Hi.
So can you tell us how you got involved?
Yes, the mayor of Cedar Grove suggested us to create something to distribute food to help local needy people before TCNJ celebrated its 15th anniversary. So Sister Debbie Chen asked us to study its possibilities. So here we go.
Okay. Well, one of the unique aspects of the Food Pantry program is the computerized system.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes, logistics is kind of a time and effort-consuming aspects to run a food pantry. So we know we need to have a computer system to help us to handle it and also save our energy for something else. Fortunately, we do have these kind of skills to create such a web application quickly.
Okay.
And also we are willing to accommodate any reasonable suggestions to provide user-friendly system.
Okay, great. Another interesting feature that sets Tzu Chi's Food Pantry apart is that it only provides vegetarian food. And surprisingly, the meat-free diet has been received very well by the aid recipients.
We are here to take some food from the food bank to give to our care recipients, some of who are low-income families.
The food bank is still getting ready to open at 8 o'clock, so we're just waiting.
Another bag right here. That was onion. I appreciate it. The Community Food Bank of New Jersey feeds millions of people each year. Our partner agencies consist of pantries, soup kitchens, shelters, supplementary pantries.
There are 4 cases left.
Here at the food bank, we not only just provide food, we also provide assistance to anybody that needs it as well.
We pick out the best food items that we can find, avoiding the moldy ones as much as possible.
We will reorganize all of this after we get back.
Celery, peppers.
Usually, we are only here for 2 or 3 minutes, so we have to be as fast and efficient as we can be.
If we waste time, we won't get the good stuff.
We distribute twice this week, both on Friday and Saturday, so we need enough for 2 days, for about 70 or 80 families. He said that we should get in line to weigh all of these items. Then they will help us deliver the food to the machine there, and then onto the loading dock where our car is parked to pick up. The food that we received on Wednesday needs to be moved to the higher shelves, reorganized, and then distributed to the care recipients at 11:30.
I'm removing the ugly pieces. We don't want the recipients to feel like they're receiving unwanted food. Treat others the way we want to be treated.
Yes, we come every Friday. There's always something to be done as soon as we get here.
We pick out the good food items and recycle the bad ones into compost.
Food Bank 领回来的食物，剪下来有烂掉的。
These rotten foods are not edible, so we have to dispose of them. We chop them up into smaller pieces and then mix them with soil and wood pellets to help with fermentation. After the bacteria break them down, we get very fertile soil.
And the food is very fresh and very clean, very nice. I like to be here. It helped me a lot in my situation because I got my son is diabetic, I'm diabetic, and he never eat vegetable. Now he's starting eating. So I learned a different way we can cook, and it's more healthy. Thank you so much.
Well, I love vegetables. I was brought up on vegetables. I do eat meat, but I do love vegetables. Lettuce doesn't last that long, but most of them at least a week, a little more maybe.
My husband likes them, and these are good.
There are other items. It has helped tremendously, yes.
This computer program was written entirely by Brother Tsai. It's really convenient.
We needed to manage our inventory and operate the logistics more efficiently, so we designed the software in his spare time.
Computerization allows us to help more people. For example, we can check our inventory to see how much we have sold with just a click. We also know if a customer came last week just by checking the computer. We also know immediately if the customer has been here before or if she has taken more than was allocated.
Milk and eggs. I didn't get eggs this week.
They pick everything themselves. We keep track of what they take each month, so they know what they need this week.
Once the care recipient's code is entered into the computer, a screen pops up showing what they can collect. After the list is printed out, they know where to pick up their items.
After we get the list, we gather all the food items and hand them to the recipients.
The mayor of the town told us that they had only asked for a simple distribution, but we had made a grand-scale project out of it. He was really impressed when he saw our operation.
So I come today with my granddaughter, my brother-in-law. So I come every week. People are very nice. The food is fresh, and it helps out in hard times.
Cream, we got cream, cool.
I think it's terrific. It's all fresh. A lot of it is organic, which is even better. It's terrific.
Cool.
There's a wide selection. Sometimes there's extra little treats like a pie or something like that. So I like this one a lot.
Our food items actually come from other sources besides the food bank. If we notice a shortage, we will do fundraising and buy what's needed, so we have many resources.
What other food bank does that? I mean, this is great.
We have many volunteers on Fridays, anywhere from 8 to 15 on average. We have enough volunteers, but we can always use more.
It's very good to you can help somebody who needs you. It's a feeling that you cannot explain with words. I like the union that you have because it's love. You feel the love. You feel the family. It's like a family, big family in here. And I like to come in here because I feel good.
I just love what I see here and what I feel, the love and the happiness. When I see all these people here, I like to come and just sit here. It gives me a sense of peace, and I feel love here. Everyone is so nice. It's hard to say more than that. It's just a wonderful place and wonderful people.
When I can get her up. Everything's going nice. They try to help out so everybody gets it evenly. They maintain it as the people flow that comes in. So like the first person will come in and grab 10 things. So it runs pretty smooth. It's running good.
They say thank you, very, very polite. I know a lot of other comments that I've heard from here. Everybody loves it here. People here are just great, every one of them. They're terrific.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's wonderful. It makes us feel alive.
The US is one of the wealthiest nations in the world, but sadly, food insecurity is prevalent in large cities where 25% of the population that is going hungry is children. Food insecurity is when a family's normal food intake is reduced or limited due to financial instability. Mr. Chou, can you tell us why do people face insecurity?
Based on the interaction with our clients, we strongly believe that it's caused by the global economic situation. Our client base is mostly composed of seniors, single parents, and who temporarily lost jobs. And we served 2,386 families with 4,771 family members since the beginning.
Okay, that's really wonderful.
Thanks.
Well, the love and devotion of Tzu Chi volunteers has been such an inspiration that it has even motivated some of the local residents to volunteer too.
We have always worked in the food industry. My husband worked in a hotel when he started, but he was laid off 2 years ago because the economy and business was not good. I had cancer in the year 2007. After my treatment, I didn't feel too good. I couldn't stand for too long. After 2-3 hours, I would be exhausted. Our son, he's a little autistic, but he is really smart and functional. We brought him to various interviews and tried to find him jobs, but we were always disappointed and rejected every time. So it's really difficult.
Saturday there's another food pantry.
Yeah, tomorrow has a food pantry.
I mean, you could go if you want to.
Yeah, I only come on Fridays.
Okay.
Because he had applied for so many jobs and had been rejected so many times, we always try to think of a way to make him feel better. Sometimes we run out of things to comfort him with. Then people said to him, "I will call you." But in reality, I know they won't call.
Did you have fun?
Not as much fun.
When he makes this gesture, he doesn't really know how to answer. It's just body language. Back then, we didn't know he had autism. He looked just like a common kid. We couldn't tell anything was wrong. Only when he didn't speak, even when he was 4, did we realize he had an issue. But because the parents are here, they would say, the kids, especially the boys, they develop more slowly, so don't worry. But now, when you have a child that doesn't speak at 2 years old, I tell the parents to go to the doctor immediately. You know there is something wrong after having had your own. At the time I went to claim my unemployment benefit, I ran into a sister volunteer in Tzu Chi, my old friend. She told me to join them at the food pantry. After I joined Tzu Chi, I began to feel at home and supported. At the beginning, I asked him. He said no. After 2 weeks, I asked him again. He said he will consider it.
I just didn't want her to feel like she doesn't. Well, for some reason, I just don't want her to go by herself, and that's why I come here every Friday, all the time.
When she first came, she brought Nelson with her, and his mother, Sister Yang Feng, will be outside pushing the food.
I believe he felt scared the first time he was here, so he would talk to himself. I think it's because he has autism, which makes him more in tuned and self-absorbed.
Actually, Nelson is a very special child. He might look cool and handsome, but he is really shy, I think. At the beginning, he didn't really talk to us, but slowly, over time, he will notice you and nod at you. Then he says hi, and we started to have some interactions.
At the start, he wasn't willing to come volunteer. After that, I convinced him slowly. The first time he came here, he said he was being accepted.
You feel happier once when you come volunteer here? You say you was being accepted, right? First.
I was being, yeah, what she said.
I think this is the second time I'm on TV. Bye.
So when you are in a very challenging environment, when you see someone in a worse predicament, you start to see how fortunate you really are. You are capable of helping others, and you shouldn't always say how difficult everything is.
I'm Evelyn Ramos. I live in Bellevue, New Jersey, and I'm coming to this program to help the people with the food pantry, and I like to help people what they needed.
B2D, 1009.
Yeah, my son is having a special problem with the speech, but he like to be here too, and he feel good. Tell something. Just say your name. Say something.
Very good.
Hey! Yeah.
My mother have like the beginning signs of dementia, so I help her in everything. You know, take her to the hospital and doctors. And being a daughter, giving back what she gave me. You have the white ones and you have the red ones.
Natalie came here a while ago. She always comes to get food for her mother, who has poor health. And she has an elder sister who comes frequently as well.
Blueberries, great antioxidant. When you make muffins, you could put the blueberries inside. And my son worked late, and I eat when I get ready. I have some eggplant. I'll cut these up, skin them, then cut them up, and then put them in the freezer. Actually, as I was growing up, I didn't eat too much meat from the beginning, and my sister always ate my meat, and I always ate the vegetables, so I'm right at home. My thyroids wasn't working at all, and I'm getting my life together because I couldn't even carry a gallon of milk.
Good. Did you sign in? Okay.
Yes. I love all my friends at the food pantry, and the food that's there is very nutritious, is good.
Yes,
The people inside there, and they tell you how to cook it and everything, which, you know, brings on more communication, and I like that.
That's it.
The people are loving, they are kind, they are considerate, they work with the heart. You always see the love coming out of them. So they're very easy to work with, very accommodating to work with, I would imagine. So I would recommend this place not only for people to be volunteers, but also to get the food from the pantry.
3A7.
So through this food pantry program, they came here every week and they feel really happy for being able to give.
I hope that if one day I'm no longer here, I really hope you could still continue to come volunteer here.
People like you here, do you know that?
I'm popular. How can I help it?
Welcome back. It's great to see how one act of charity can touch the heart of another to reciprocate the same love. Mr. Chou, so what have you gained from this experience?
Yes, during the grand opening week, we had 0 clients showed up.
Wow.
And we got 2 in the second week.
Okay.
But now we have 286 families registered. We understand Food Pantry runs as one family. We also learned that we need to lower our personal appetite to save something for somebody else.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming on to the show today.
Thanks.
In our next segment, Footprints, we introduce you to Mei Xie. Mei began to devote herself as a Tzu Chi volunteer after she lost her job after 9/11. And one task she particularly enjoys doing is cooking and serving nutritious vegetarian meals for the senior citizens in Chinatown.
We cook the hot meals for distribution with $150 a week. So when shopping for groceries, I try to use only about $100. I scrimp and save whenever I can. Every week we cook 2 dishes. This is pickled vegetable with tofu and peas. We serve it in a big dish after it's done. The old folks will come with their lunch boxes and we fill those. The rice will be put in the middle with the 2 vegetables on the side. We have to distribute about 160 lunch boxes, about 180 including the volunteers. I am really happy to take up this challenge that Tzu Chi presents, making dishes that are affordable and delicious for the old folks. I really learned a lot in this process. I am really happy that many Tzu Chi volunteers came out to help. When I see these children serving and giving, I feel great joy on behalf of their parents, even though I am single and have no children or family of my own. See how all of us are having fun? It's a ladling marathon. Every time I am done cooking a meal, I am really touched when I see all the old folks sitting here. For this meal, they have to travel so far. I feel really bad. And it's so cold outside. There are still so many of them. The old folks are like the plum flower in winter. They thrive with courage the harsher the winter is. I am really happy to see all my hard work pay off. Even though it's difficult, I am really happy to be able to serve and give. I will continue as long as I am able to. I am really rejoiced by this opportunity to join the Tzu Chi family.
Mei knows that life is transient, so she really hopes that after she is gone, the young people in Tzu Chi's collegiate youth group will continue assisting the elderly and hold the hot meal drives in New York City. I'm Ginger Chang, thank you, and I'll see you next week.